Welcome to the Daily Exchange. Guys, we're back. Bitcoin is trading up. We might have hit the crypto bottom, apparently. EOS now also talking about having more dAPP users than Ethereum. We'll see you guys right after this. All right, guys, we are back. Ethereum and Bitcoin have been trading way up there recently. Bitcoin trading at $6,531. Ethereum at $222 after that all-time low of not all-time low, but that real low of $167. A lot of panic in the market there. Over the weekend, we did break we almost cracked. We did go through the 6,450 mark. We almost touched the 6,600 mark. You know, I guess looking at the shorts right now, it's kind of sidewaysy at that 37,000 mark. Bit sidewaysy. Mr. Novogratz himself on Twitter, the CEO of Galaxy Digital, came out with a big call. Joel, if you want to bring up the tweet, calling that we're at the bottom. This is the BGCI chart. I think we put in a low yesterday, retouched the highs of the late last year and the point of acceleration that led to the massive rally bubble. Markets like to retrace to the breakout. We retrace the whole of the bubble. Call on the bottom, Mr. Novogratz. That's a big call. Big call. Very big call. Ethereum, moving on, talking about that, trading at $222 right now. As I said, yes, last week, that 167 mark was a real touch and go experience for a lot of Ethereum holders out there. Joel, if you want to bring up the Ethereum price, you can see, yeah, 167.50. That was a real scary place right there. Trading, as I said, $222 right now. Bitfinex, which represents about 10% of all Ethereum trading, saw trading volumes hit 52-week highs last week. 52-week highs. 52-week highs. Which is good. It's good. And now there's some really interesting news. One of the lead developers, Vlad Zamfir, apparently has released a proof of concept of Ethereum's sharding, which is really cool. It's gone out now on GitHub. I'm not sure, Joel, if you've got the proof of concept here. You can see, and you can download that on GitHub and have a go of it as well. It was compiled over the weekend at ETH Berlin, and he has made it clear that it is very far from a final product. You know, the thing about it is, with a lot of this stuff, with Ethereum and where it's going and what's going on, my intuition is telling me that a lot of the ground that's going to be broken with Ethereum, a lot of the other protocols are going to take those learnings and apply them to their blockchains. And that's really interesting, because what that means is Ethereum's going to keep cutting and forging ahead with these amazing developers, but I think ultimately the results are going to be seen in other protocols because they can just copy and paste the wins. And there's less code debt, whereas with Ethereum you've got a lot of debt, a lot of things you need to work through. Ripple was trading at around 28 cents, currently trading still at 28 cents, but the, XRP. Ripple, XRP, completely disconnected, nothing to do with each other, very autonomous and nothing at all. Even though one may own an absolute metric ton of the other, we don't really talk about that on this show. In terms of I think there's 80 billion tokens, or like 80% or something, owned by Ripple of XRP. But they have been releasing a Ripple-powered money transfer app in Japan. The SBI Ripple Asia Japanese Consortium now has 61 member banks, which is covering about 80% of the banking assets in Japan, and could potentially give a massive exposure to Ripple with their technology in Japan. Joel, if you want to bring up the money tap screenshot, you can see this is how it's going to roll. with Ripple, Consortium for Domestic and Foreign Exchange. There's a double E on that. That's interesting. The exchange of the exchange. The exchange of the exchange. It's like, imagine you were like exchanging exchanges. You're like, here's a bit of Bitfinex and a little bit of Binance. Moving on, Tezos is gone up 34% in an announcement. The mainnet will go live on Monday. It's up at $1.69. The problem is that the mainnet was already live, but it's been operational since June. But I guess that doesn't really matter. Joel, if you want to bring up a screenshot, Tezos is trading at $1.65 still. So we'll see what happens there. It has really leapfrogged up to 16th on the CoinMarketCap chart, just above Dogecoin, VeChain, NEM, and Binance Coin, which is kind of cool. Moving on in terms of Tron, they have just recently locked up another $97 million of TRX tokens. It's the 5th token burn, with 4.9 billion tokens being locked up. Still trading around 2 cents. 2 cents for Tron. 2 cents. Justin announcing this foundational lockup. All right, in terms of research, we did say before EOS has more dAPP users than Ethereum now. Kevin Rook has put out a little tweet. You can see here the number of users using EOS versus the number of users using Ethereum. It's kind of interesting, really interesting. A lot of exchanges on EOS. CryptoKitties, they're number 4. Sorry, not number of exchanges on Ethereum. CryptoKitties at number 4. Whereas on EOS, a lot of gambling and games right now. The DEXs aren't as popular. It'll be interesting when the DEXs do become very popular. Everpedia there actually coming in at position 13. There was a couple of hacks over the weekend with EOS, unfortunately. 2 of the app's DAOS games, which lost 24 grand. I don't know if Joel, you've got a little tweet there. Basically, a smart contract was compromised. Remember, we are still in beta. The old DAOS games, unfortunately. The second one was EOS Bet, which lost $236,000. Again, an exploitation of its code. EOS Bet. EOS. One of the largest dAPP platforms on the network. The exploit allowed the hacker to essentially gamble without first depositing funds. Now, the interesting part here is that EOS Bet has filed a claim. EOS Bet. I like that call out. EOS Bet. EOS, not EOS. 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 Joel, is it EOS or EOS?
I think it's, I don't know. What do you think? EOS. I don't know.
Call it EOS. EOS Bet has filed a claim with the EOS Core Arbitration Forum to have the stolen funds returned. Now that's interesting. Will the funds be returned to this gambling app or will they not? $236,000, they could freeze it. EOS could. EOS. But just to annoy every EOS holder out there, I'm calling it EOS today. It's my show, Joel, and I'll do what I want. Crypto Apps Blockfolio 2.0 is coming out. They've updated it. They've got a little teaser video. Joel, have you got a little teaser video we could watch? We've got something here, and Blockfolio, that is, sorry, Blockfolio got a little trailer as well. I don't know if you've got the spin on the trailer. Some of the new features. I personally don't use Blockfolio. I use Delta. I don't know what everyone else uses. What do you guys use out there? What are you, a Blockfolio, Delta? There's a lot of different other ones. A lot of good pros and cons, I guess, with the different bits. Yeah. And I'm quite a fan of. You got this vid, Joel. Spin this up. Bit of Blockfolio. Check this out. Multiple portfolios, so I guess you can combine them together. Bitcoin, add transactions. It's a bit like Delta. It looks almost like the same font. I didn't know Blockfolio was free. I didn't know that. Signal by Blockfolio. Follow us on Twitter. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I love a bit of application upgrading. Had some terrible wraps. Some of these. I reckon the experiences people have with Blockfolio and Delta is PTSD situation. Literally, you've seen your portfolio die and you're just scared of pressing the application button. All right, guys, moving on. Bullish sentiment has been seen by Tim Draper, the billionaire. He has said that in 15 years, the cryptocurrency market will eclipse $80 trillion on Deal Street Asia Summit. You've got the image there, and I quote, I think it's going to have such a transformative effect on industries that we never even imagined would be transformable. The internet went after industries that were $10 to $100 billion markets. Cryptocurrency will go after $1 trillion markets. These are finance, healthcare, insurance, banking, and investment banking, and governments. Tim Draper, super bullish. I like it. Good man. In fact, Tim Draper, actually, he bought 30,000 Bitcoins from the old Silk Road hack from the government, from the US government at the auction. Actually, not a hack, but they were confiscated, so it wasn't really a hack to such. Current health of the market, I guess, Tim's been describing it as the internet.com bubble days. I don't know if you've got a quote there, Joel. The internet started in the same way. It came in big waves, and then it kind of came crashing down, and the next wave comes concentrated, but much bigger, and I suspect the same thing will go on here with Bitcoin. Tim Draper, super bullish. I really enjoyed that. In other news, Ben Horowitz, talking at TechCrunch Disrupt, had very similar sentiment. I don't know if you've got the video, Joel, of Ben. You want to spin it up for us?
Not all ICOs are bad, but all bad companies have an ICO. And I think that's right. You know, it really reminds me of the .com era when, and those of you who are old enough probably remember this, you know, every old, weird, bad company like renamed themselves .com. So you have like Woolworths.com, Sears and Roebuck.com, whatever. And then now they're an internet company and their price goes up and everybody goes, oh, that's idiotic. That whole thing is stupid. The internet is stupid. I'm not investing any money in that. And it turned out like the dumb thing wasn't to invest in the scam. The dumb thing was to like give up on the internet because there were some stupid people in it. And so that I think is a big lesson from that era.
Ben Horowitz, he's literally one of my favorite dudes. Stirring up the, you know, we've been still, I guess we're really early in this crypto days. We're still stirring up this primordial soup of crypto. Joel, have you got a little clip of the evolution? Crypto evolution. We're really, look at this. Bitcoin 86%. This is in time. Ethereum Dash. Wow, Ripple burst on the scenes. Ripple! And then look, Bitcoin's at 39% there. Litecoin, whoa, goodbye. Bitcoin Cash, whoa. Dash, Bitcoin, Ethereum's still hanging out there. Ripple, wow. Trippy. This is March. Neo popping on. I like how the EOS bubble bursts from the bottom and then up to the top. Bitcoin Cash is still quite a thing, really. Wow. Wow. Wonder where everything will go. But I guess in terms of cryptocurrency, it reminds me of where the internet was ages ago. Look at this clip we got of the USA Today. They didn't know what the internet was. Joel, if you want to spin this up, they literally didn't know what the internet was.
Can you explain what internet is?
Can you turn this up?
In 10 seconds or less.
Oh, Allison will be in the studio shortly.
What does
it mean?
It's a giant computer network made up of started from.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell us what this was.
It's like a computer billboard.
It's not in there. It's a computer billboard, but it's nationwide. And it's several universities and everything all joined together.
Right.
And others can access it.
And
right.
And it's getting bigger and bigger all the time.
Just
the old squiggle in the email. Joel, do you have a squiggle in your email?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check.
But that's where we're at, right? We're in that super early days. We've got addresses, they're long addresses, you know. People are a little bit confused about everything. Not everyone knows what's going on. It's just the early days, like, just reminds you of the internet, you know. I was there. I remember, like, we were like FTPing stuff up. We had hosting. That's where we are. It's the golden days of cryptocurrency right now. That's where we are. And checking in on prices, Bitcoin trading at 6,519, Ethereum at 222, EOS $5.44, Bitcoin Cash at 458. What's Ethereum Classic? $11.27. I'm not going to even talk about that. 28 cents for Ripple, Dash at $199.41, almost back over the $200 mark. Dash has always been an interesting coin. I think we should do talk about some privacy coins. And guys, that's going to bring the show to a close today. None of that was financial advice, by the way. And do subscribe, guys, to the channel. Click that little notification button with the bell. And we will see you guys tomorrow at the Daily Exchange. Yeah!